I have a confession. For lack of a better word, I'm going to call you guys normal. When I say normal, I guess I mean people who have never heard about this case. They have a Netflix subscription. You guys like documentaries. This documentary came across your recommended, as Netflix has been on a roll making documentaries. And for another lack of better word, I say you were entertained, to say the least, or intrigued by what you saw. You may not understand why am I making a video like this, but there are a lot of people watching who do understand, and those people would be people who knew every single thing about this case, followed it closely, and watch other media platforms talk about this case, be it TV or YouTube. And they know, if they've watched me, that long ago, early this year, when Chris Watts made his jailhouse confession to the police officers, this was wrapped up in my head. There was nothing else to talk about. Case closed. Leave them alone. Leave the family alone who's been harassed. Stop making videos to seek money off of the pain of the harassment of this family, which, by the way, to get any doubt out of anyone's head, allow me to take a little segue right here and say, fuck. 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 Although I'm not going to monetize the video for anyone who's trying to say I'm trying to cash in on the fame and get more money off of this case because of the documentary, those fuckity fucks will for sure note that I'm not going to be monetized on this video. But something happened to me watching this Netflix documentary. But before I say that, I want to say what happened prior to watching this Netflix documentary that I did not want to watch, that I didn't even watch it for the story. I watched the documentary for people telling me they did it in a different style, something you may want to look at, John, as you maybe use this format for another case to make another documentary. So I watched it as a filmmaker. I didn't have any emotions in it because there was nothing this documentary was going to show me that I didn't already know about this case. Every word, every syllable, everything on the screen, plus much more they didn't show you guys who were the normal people who saw it for the first time. Prior to watching this, I wanted no involvement. I didn't want to speak about this on my channel anymore. And one of the reasons being is because I saw things firsthand that they hinted on in the documentary. I saw the blatant disrespect, the blatant harassment that happened to the Rusek family, that happened to Sandy, who was so very strong, that happened to Frankie. I specifically know the group of people that has harassed, bothered Frankie, tried to destroy his reputation, tried to use him as friendship for sympathy. I know the exact people involved in that situation, and it was so disgusting. Any mention of this case made me sick. So whenever I would hear the name Shanann Watts, Chris Watts, the double names used together, Bella Cece, I would roll my eyes. Because the mere mentioning of those names triggered a response in my head that I don't want to hear about this. Their names didn't bring their faces to me. Their names brought the faces of the particular people that knew they lacked any talent. So they used and squeezed this well beyond a rag being squeezed of all this water for every penny they can get. Video after video after video after video, 4 videos a day 4 videos and a live stream a day, 3 live streams a day. Stupid, insane prophecies, psychics, everybody coming along to say they know someone else involved to keep this case alive, to keep milking it for money, because they knew that this case intrigued the everyday person, the home wife who had a spouse cheat on them. These names trigger a negative response to me. And then I watched a documentary that I did not want to watch. And in watching this documentary, they started turning back to humans. Slowly, as the Netflix documentary showed Shanann being a great mom, nothing in me wanted to roll my eyes. Nothing in me saw a case. I saw a beautiful mother who worked really, really hard to get what she wanted in life. Anything she had control over, she mastered. I'm sick, I'm going to master it. I'm going to organize it. My children got this, I'm going to organize it. Have their medication. I want a home, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to build my own home. When I'm single, I'm going to build my own home. Anything Shanann had control over, she mastered it. And in doing this, she was flustered when she was met with something that she had no control over. She couldn't master, which was another human being. She turned back to being the amazing mother, which was turning me back to being the person people know me from for every case, putting all my passion and heart into everything because I feel everything. My Chris Watts video that I made, you can feel I put myself in their shoes, yet I had transformed into the one thing I didn't like. There was a 1 second in the documentary where, if you pause it, because it was on the screen for only 2 seconds tops, Frankie's sitting in a chair next to his father at the vigil, and he's holding a candle. It was that 1 second right there, that pause. And I hadn't seen him as a victim in so long. I saw him as a victim, but I saw him as a person on YouTube being bullied. I forgot. Why am I saying freaking? I fucking forgot that he is far worse than someone being bullied on YouTube. He is someone who lost his nieces, his nephew who he never got to meet, his sister. You guys, you know the pact you have when it's just 2 of you, when it's just a brother and a sister, when it's just you 2 growing up from birth. And a lot of you people who just heard about this from the Netflix documentary, they didn't share with you all, is the other lives that family lost that year. Uncles and brothers. If I'm not mistaken, they lost a total of 6 or 7 people within a year's time span in that family, not just 4. Frankie lost that amount of people. I forgot. I would roll my eyes with great intentions. I rolled my eyes because of the disgust of seeing humans pick on and bother people and milk something. Just fucking milk it for monetary value, for being clingy, for being fake. For without heart going against the grain, and what I mean when I say without heart going against the grain, well, if everybody online is saying that Chris Watts is evil, I'm going to go against the grain and say Shanann Watts is evil. This is giving me the attention I never got in life. So I'm going to keep saying it everywhere I go. Bother and harass his family. So I had good intentions, but in having good intentions, I lost my humanity because I rolled my eyes. I rolled my eyes at a woman who died so fucking confused because she was only left with a woman's intuition. Woman intuition, while being right, needs confirmation. The receipt of $60 at that restaurant, while it's fitting that that can fit 2 meals, isn't the confirmation. I rolled my eyes at a woman who just so desperately wanted to be fucked by her husband, which every wife should want. Not even one, they should get, wives should get fucked by their husband. Excuse me for going too detailed on this part, but I'm a human. Sometimes we don't like to talk about things that we do. For instance, when we fall head over heels in love, the only thing that stops us from having sex is when we've had so much sex that we've injured ourselves. I mean, you literally keep going. You fuck 5-6 times a day. You look at each other, you fuck again. Fuck, fuckity fucked. The best times in life. That's what you do when you're in love. So when Chris Watts flew to North Carolina and she texted her friend saying that maybe my husband will touch me, and she was sad that he didn't even grab her ass at the hospital, at the airport, and she was sad that when he went to bed that night after not touching her for 5 weeks, when she was sad that night, when she thought getting out of the shower he was going to touch her, and he rolled over and went to sleep, because we're humans and we know what we do when we first fall in love. And we know at this point Chris Watts was head over heels newly in love with Nicole Kessinger. He didn't fuck his wife because he probably was physically injured from having so much sex with his girlfriend. And I rolled my eyes at the mere mention of the name Shanann Watts because I'm caring more about idiots online and forgetting the human. Oh, this is what they didn't tell you guys on the documentary. And tell you how when he got on top and he choked her, he did it until she was bleeding from her eyes. He burst the blood vessels in her eyes as she defecated as her life left her body. A good friend by the name of Danielle Holland told me, you can't control what other people do. She's right. So I'm glad that this Netflix documentary finally freed me, and brought me back to my humanity. I got a saying, and one day I'm going to put it on shirts before someone steal it from me. But my saying is, people gon' people. You ain't never going to stop people from peopling. So I'm going to let these people go out here on the internet and people make up conspiracy theories, do 1,000 videos a day, harass his family. I'm no longer going to care or worry. I'm no longer going to let that stop me from my humanity that I have inside. Always putting myself in the victim's shoes. I'm so sorry. I wish I could hug you, Shanann. I'm so sorry, Bella, for sitting in that back seat and knowing what your father was going to do to you after seeing what he did to your sister. I'm so sorry, Nico. You never got to see that beautiful house your mom and dad worked head over heels in debt to try to give to you, to have a better life than they did in North Carolina. I'm so sorry. You'll never get to race in your walker down that aisle. And while I know I can't help you guys, I will do everything in my power to try to help other people before it's too late.